Saludos desde la flagship store telefónica en plena Gran Vía cuando son las 2:10 de la tarde. Estamos en directo desde la presentación de Quantum Break, aquí con Microsoft y Xbox One, y tengo a mi derecha al Head of PR, a la persona responsable de contarnos, de canalizar la comunicación del título de Remedy. Es Tomás Puja. Tomás, very welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's exciting to be on the show, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you again. I mean, you're no stranger to these live streamings. We've been doing this plenty of times from E3 and another time.
And it's always seemingly just as chaotic and crazy.
It is. It's, you know, life is like this.
That means anything can happen.
Correct. I mean, we're with this setup, with this set that we could. We had to rob it from the main room, but
yes,
it's okay. It's working.
Let's not tell Microsoft they're not
bueno,
watching.
No, they're not watching. Nada, comentábamos que este plato lo hemos improvisado completamente. Hemos robado aquí un photocall desde la sala principal. Y bueno, tenemos a Tomás aquí dispuesto a contestar vuestras preguntas que estáis enviando a través del hashtag MaryQB o Mary Quantum Break, abreviado con Q y con B. Bueno, voy a empezar yo con alguna preguntilla para calentar, pero ya he visto que se va animando el hashtag. Well, Thomas, people are there sending their questions through the hashtag MaryQB, but while they're warming up, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
All right. I'll try to answer.
Sure you can. I saw that you appointed Quantum Break as Remedy's ultimate game. That's a lot to say, man. With Max Payne, with Alan Wake. So
yeah, it's something that Sam Lake, our creative director, has been saying, and I mean it definitely doesn't mean that this is Remedy's last game. Far from it, but. The thing we mean with Quantum Break being the ultimate Remedy game is just like really it's the culmination of like 21 years of sort of making games. I mean, this is the 21st year of Remedy, and we always played around with live action. We had a little bit in like Max Payne, and then we had Night Springs and all that with Alan Wake, and now live action is a big part of Quantum Break, but it's it's a video game above and all. It's not. Let's not get that confused. But it really has all the things we learned from Payne and Wake, especially in terms of like storytelling and action. That we think it's like the sort of best package we've been able to do.
Correct. Bueno, le estaba preguntando que en la presentación que hemos visto hace unos minutos él apuntaba como que Quantum Break era el juego definitivo de Remedy, y bueno, no quiere decir que sea el último juego, porque tiene la intención de seguir haciendo juegos, right? You have the intention of keeping developing games. Y bueno, lo que él se refiere es que es la combinación de 21 años de experiencia, que este término lo ha acuñado Sam Lake, el director creativo, ya le conocéis, y rostro del primer Max Payne, que tiene toda esa experiencia acumulada, que tiene también el componente de acción real, de live action más fuerte de todos los títulos que han dado a luz, pero que igualmente sigue siendo un juego, y que lo más importante es que es el aprendizaje, ¿no? Remedy en su mejor momento, en el momento que más experiencia tiene, pues lo que ha conjuntado es este Quantum Break, ¿no? Right. Good. Next one. And next one is about the game being also available in PC. That was huge news, piece of news, huge debate in the forums and stuff. And it was some good reactions about it. First one, that's the pre-orders. They raised by 2,000% in Amazon after the announcement. So how do you guys feel about it?
Well, I mean, first of all, like Remedy got its start on the PC, so it's like a lot of people kept asking that can we bring Quantum Break onto the PC, and luckily we were able to bring it to Windows 10, and it was something that we was like always hoping to do. The plan, that was not the plan originally on Quantum Break, but we were kind of like hoping that we'd be able to able to do it. I think today is Friday. I think today is the day we're actually like submitting the Windows 10 version, because we can work on it longer than on the Xbox One. And you know, we definitely have a couple of PC Master Race people at the studio.
Sure.
Hello, Ethan, who want to make sure, as does the rest of Remedy, that the Windows 10 version is as good as it can be. And the nice thing, of course, is that if you pre-order the Xbox One version of the game through the Xbox One store, you actually get the Windows 10 version for free, which is, you know, thank you Microsoft for doing that.
That was a good thing,
Yeah.
Bueno, le estaba preguntando que cómo se siente después del anuncio de que el juego va a aparecer en PC. Ya sabéis, exclusivo de Microsoft. Se anunció que con la estrategia nueva de Microsoft iba a estar disponible también en compatibles. Primero porque, además del todo el debate de los foros y demás que estáis al corriente, las ventas, bueno, las reservas del título se dispararon en todas las tiendas, pero en Amazon llegaron a apuntar a un 2000%, ¿no?, de aumento. Entonces le decía de cómo sentían con ello. Y bueno, él me contestaba que en Remedy siempre han sido un estudio muy centrado en PC, con lo que se alegran de ello, y sobre todo, bueno, que la oportunidad ha sido buena, que tienen gente trabajando en la versión de PC, porque son jugones muy de PC. Comentaba su compañero Ethan que está encima de que sea una versión muy buena y que han tenido más tiempo para digamos, presentarla el máster, ¿no? So today you're submitting the gold version, right? Of PC version.
Yes, like we're sending it, and fingers crossed that it's going to get through. It's just like very different way how the sort of process works, because that's going to be a digital release, and obviously the Xbox One release is both digital and disc, so it always takes a little bit longer. But we've had like some extra time just to make sure that the Windows 10 version is, you know, has the things that PC gamers will expect.
Vale, que hoy es cuando envían la primera versión, y que esperemos que sí, que todo esté perfecto, que no tenga bugs, y que esa sea la versión que se procese y que salga finalmente en la Store, ¿no? Y bueno, decía esto, que también esperan satisfacer al jugón de PC con las características exclusivas que se han visto, los 4K, los 1080 y la compatibilidad de las partidas guardadas, ¿no?, para guardar el progreso y seguir en cualquiera de las plataformas. Y otro punto importante también comentaba, que es el hecho de tener el cross-buy, ¿no?, que lo compras en One y lo tienes disponible en digital en la Store. And quick question about the PC version of the game. For how long did you work on this version, and how challenging it was?
That's interesting. We've been getting a couple of questions about like how long we worked on it, which I guess is sort of people are wondering about that. I mean, we were supposed to announce the Windows 10 version like quite a while ago, but there's lots of different things coming to play when you announce these things. We worked on it for like quite a while. Like most of, I think we started like early 2015, something like that. Obviously, you always have the game working on the PC anyway. I mean, that's what you develop. You know, the sort of PC is what you work on, and then, you know, the Xbox dev kits are attached to that and all that. So, but it's still different to getting it run on like Windows 10 and UWP. So we worked on it for a while, and like I said, it's people are worried that the announcement is so close to the Xbox One release. They're like, oh, like did they decide this?
Yesterday.
No. I mean, I can't go into like too much detail, but it's like when the decision was made to make a Windows 10 version, and when it's announced, that's like two completely different things. So you shouldn't look at it like that. And if people now think that because we're still working on the Windows 10 version this close to the release, are they like are they running out of time? And well, there's never enough time, right, when you're making games. But like I said, the process is very different, and we've had a good amount of time to work on the game. We've had a lot of support from Microsoft on the Windows 10 version, well, because Windows 10 is very new. And then, you know, all the third parties from, you know, graphic hardware manufacturers and so on. So Remedy knows that we have to, you know, definitely get this right, and hopefully we do.
I'm sure of it. Bueno, como habéis visto, le preguntaba cuánto tiempo han tenido para hacer la versión de PC y si ha sido muy complicado. En principio dice que no puede ir en demasiado detalle, pero que alrededor de principios de 2015, y que fueron dos cosas diferentes, cuando se anunció y cuando se empezó a trabajar, ¿no? Well, you kept this really good as a secret, man.
I was quite surprised that it didn't leak. But I think,
well, the Brazilian story, I think it was a couple of
yeah,
weeks earlier.
yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate. But I mean, it's I think it was kind of like people sort of, I think, knew. Like there's so much discussion about it, and it's being Remedy and everything. And you know, we've worked a long time with Microsoft, and they, you know, obviously they strongly believe in the PC as well. So, but it's nice to be able to, like, especially now that I work on the development side and not in the press, it's like you really want things to come out exactly the sort of way you planned, because there's like the announcement we did on like February 11 when we announced, you know, that the hands-on previews came out. We had the SKU plan and, you know, the Windows 10 version and everything. Literally, it's hundreds of people coming together from like the Win 10 platform team, the 360 backwards compatible team, you know, the marketing team, Remedy. It's just like all these people, and it's just like it's amazing that more stuff doesn't leak.
They kept their mouth shut.
Yeah.
Bueno, le decía esto, que si empezaron en 2015, que vaya, que no se filtrase nada, ¿no? Dice que sí, que bueno, que viéndolo, él antes era periodista, que viéndolo desde el lado de la compañía, que no siempre las cosas salen como las planeas, y bueno, esto se anunció en febrero, se filtró un par de semanas antes por una tienda brasileña, pero que bueno, que tuvieron un evento de preview en enero, donde ya se comentó todo, hubo casi un mes donde se sabía la información y estaba embargado, pero bueno, era ciento y pico personas, diferentes equipos de marketing, de 360, de retrocompatibilidad, de periodistas de todo el mundo, y nadie dijo nada, solamente una tienda brasileña, ¿no? Y bueno, volviendo atrás al desarrollo, comentaba que bueno, que desarrollas en los dev kits, que bueno, que básicamente pues son PCs, pero que bueno, que no siempre es lo mismo, ¿no? Ajustar a trabajar en un dev kit que pasarte a Windows 10, ¿no? Y más que es una plataforma nueva con poco tiempo, pero que han tenido mucho apoyo de Microsoft, también de sus otros partners, lo veis al principio del juego, de todo lo que es bueno, esa gente que está en tecnología, ¿no? De los motores de físicas y demás, y que bueno, y que ellos piensan que saldrá una cosa que entrará bien o que satisfará al jugador hardcore de PC Master Race.
Jugador de PC, sí.
Correcto. Sí, muy bien. Good, so let's start with the questions from our users. They're sending...
From the internet?
From the internet, from the Twitter.
Yes.
From Twitter. Bueno, pues a ver, Alex asks, is there really a graphics downgrade in the PC version as in the Xbox One? Well, that's literally, he put it in English.
I hate these like downgrade things.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, like I think like the gaming audience, like at least a small part of it, always thinks everything negative. Like everything, like they always think like they're being screwed. So it's like, if you show a game like 3 years before it's shipped or 2, of course it's gonna change. Like it's not done like when we, like in the case of Quantum, when we showed in 2014, 2013, the levels are there, but obviously we change the lighting, there's a lighting engine changes, and we change lots of things, like okay, like we will remove some objects from this level so the frame rate is smoother, so we can have more enemies, so the gameplay is better. Like of course that's what you do. It's not like, you know, movies are being edited until like the last week before it's being released. So games are no different. We work on lots of different things. So this downgrade thing is just like, you know, frame rate is more important. So you make a prototype of a game and you make it look really nice and everything, and then, well, everything is a compromise. So we can have really nice lighting and visuals and effects, but then we might have less room for like AI and things like that, and you have to balance all that. And you should probably actually, I should stop so you can translate.
Yeah, I was putting things in order. It's alright. Vale, a ver, sobre el tema de los downgrades, él dice que bueno, el público normalmente siempre piensa en negativo, siempre suele pensar no van a timar, y no es esa la opción. A ver, cuando anuncias un juego en 2013, por supuesto que te va a cambiar a día de hoy, pero no quiere decir que los cambios sean siempre negativos. A ver, es algo, lo ven como algo más dinámico. En principio, pues a ver, que ha habido cambios en la iluminación, ha habido cambios en el número de personajes, ha habido cambios para asegurar el frame rate. Entonces, siempre la gente solemos pensar en negativo por eso, porque vemos un juego en 2013, va a haber cambios, nos han recortado un sitio, sí, pero bueno, igual te han recortado la cantidad de personajes porque resulta que la IA es mejor o porque resulta que quieren asegurar el frame rate constante, ¿no? Entonces ellos lo ven como un proceso dinámico, right?
And there's things like, so even the level design changes like a lot, you know, as you get the levels more done, there's a lot more user research, and then you watch people play the game and you're like, well, that doesn't work, and you literally like remove things from the level or add things just to make the flow work better. But there's been no sort of a lot of the time people like in Quantum's case, there's been just very few like, oh, visual downgrade. There's nothing been like that. It's just like we change the lighting and we change. There's a very sort of filmic filter on the game, and the entire Northlight engine that we've made and use is designed to give like our games very sort of cinematic look, and just enable like the best possible storytelling. Like all the tools are built that way. And having said that, the Xbox One and the Windows 10 version are the same game. The experience is the same, but obviously we take advantage on powerful PCs, you know, better resolution. We do support 4K, you can run it at 60 frames, at 1080 at least, and so on.
Good. Vale, bueno, de entrada ya te está diciendo que no ha habido ningún tipo de downgrade, lo que sí que ha habido es cambios en la iluminación y le han aplicado un filtro más cinematográfico que va unido un poco a la narrativa, ¿no? al toque narrativo que están utilizando. A ver, cambios, diferencias entre las versiones de Xbox One y PC, sí, pero son básicamente es la misma experiencia. Digamos que en el fondo no hay, pero sí que hay un puntito más en PC gracias, pues, por supuesto, a los PCs de alta gama, mejores texturas, ya te he dicho antes, el 4K, y que puedes fijar el frame rate a 60 frames por segundo. Así que esas son las diferencias que tenemos. Ok, more questions for Mr. Puja. Let me see.
Or is there?
This one is good. I mean, Julian Massa is asking, what about the options that you have making choices, and how your decisions will impact in the TV show?
Yeah. So yes, in Quantum Break you can influence the story, you can shape the story. It's very important that we've been saying that this is not a choose your own adventure game. Definitely not. Quantum Break has one ending, no matter what you do. So there's 5 acts of the game. And in between acts, there's what we call a junction moment. Junction moment is where you actually play as Paul Serene, the villain. And each junction has 2 choices, and these have big sort of consequence on what happens in the story. And it's not like it happens immediately. It'll be like later on in the game when you're like, oh no, like this is gonna happen. Like choices you make early on will have bigger consequences, like at a later stage in the game. So the junctions are the main way of influencing the story. But then you have things like you can find what we've called the quantum ripples in the game. So, you know, you wander around the levels and you find like an object, you interact with it, and then something sort of happens. You're like, I wonder what that was about. Then you watch the next episode, and there's going to be a scene that sort of plays into that if you did something. So in the very first level, when you rescue Will, your brother, played by Dominic Monaghan, there's an equation on a whiteboard, and if you interact with it, William like solves it and writes it down. Then in the next live action episode, there's a scene where 2 Monarch employees are like, hey, did you see that like somebody solved that impossible equation? And that's it. But you're like, oh wait, is that what I did? And it's subtle, but you can do those sorts of things.
Bueno, vale, en principio ya te comenta, sabes que el juego tiene 40 posibles variantes, pero solo un único final, y tu forma de interactuar con todo ese proceso viene de 2 formas, ¿vale? La que tiene un mayor impacto son las junctions, que es cuando controlas al villano, que en determinadas, pues, junction, encrucijada básicamente, ¿no? Tienes la opción de tomar una decisión radicalmente distinta entre 2 opciones, ¿no? Hemos visto que hay alguna... En la demo de hoy, en el episodio 1, tienes opción de ser muy diplomático, hacer un control de PR, o tener mano dura, ¿no? Digamos que esas son las decisiones que van a tener impacto bestial, sobre todo van a tener impacto las que tomes al principio, al final del juego. Y luego hay otros detallitos pequeños que son los que vas a ver reflejados en la serie, que bueno, ha puesto un ejemplo, que son pequeños, pero bueno, que son cosas que te vas a parar a decir, coño, esto lo he hecho yo. Básicamente se refería a una ecuación que hay en una pizarra, y que al resolverla pues vas a ver cómo en un episodio determinado pues alguien dice, esto está resuelto, ¿no? Y bueno, es algo que has hecho tú y que se refleja en la progresión, pero que bueno, que no tiene el impacto que tienen las junctions, que es donde controlas al villano, ¿no? Good, more questions.
Great translating, man.
I need some water.
Te estás cortando.
¿Sí? Vale. Your PR people saying that we ran out of time already.
Okay, yeah, it's like my answers are too long. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Good. There's like 10 people asking about.
Is this
Aquabona.
official sponsor?
No.
No. Okay.
no one.
It's for you.
No, I think it's for you. I have mine.
Oh, okay.
Just, I mean, have some water. There's like 10 people asking about, the main issue here in Spain, or big news, you see coming is why the game got translated full localization to Spain from Latin America, and not Spanish from Spain, that we're receiving the original experience in English.
You do know there's no Finnish in the game.
Oh, really?
There's no. That's a huge. Well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's. Yeah, I mean, we're really sorry that there's no full like Castilian Spanish voiceover. I mean, there is subtitles in proper Spanish that I have been told is very good.
They're good.
You just can't do like everything. Like that's the best answer I can give you. It's not like it's there's other territories and countries as well where localization is just as important. And I know it's frustrating, and it's not like these decisions are made lightly. There's always reasoning behind it, and some of the details you can't go into. But like, it's unfortunate, but at least there's really good subtitles there. But yeah, we do apologize for that.
Bueno, primero se disculpan por esto, por no poder ofrecer la experiencia, con voces, doblaje al español. Lo que sí sabéis, te ponía de ejemplo que en finlandés tampoco está el juego doblado, ¿no? Tienen las voces en inglés. Lo que sí dice que se ha asegurado, y que el feedback que le ha llegado, es que los subtítulos que tenemos en castellano son francamente buenos, se lo han prometido. Igualmente hemos estado echando un ojo a las opciones, y puedes jugar el juego con diferentes idiomas. Hemos visto el inglés, con voces en inglés, también hemos visto las voces con el doblaje de Latinoamérica, así que quien quiera lo puede activar. Y bueno, estas decisiones se toman a niveles estratégicos, es lo que estaba diciendo él. Va más allá de lo que Remedy puede hacer, es estrategia de cada territorio. Y bueno, pues aquí en España es lo que lo sabéis, es la respuesta oficial, que os ha preferido dejar esta experiencia original, ¿no? Pero bueno, los subtítulos por lo menos son buenos.
Yeah, and I'll add to that. I mean, it's not, Remedy doesn't do the localization, obviously, but Remedy has 14 different nationalities. We do have Spanish, we have Italian, French, Russian, Australian, American. So we do, and Czech. We do take that very seriously. I mean, we have, like I said, lots of different countries represented at Remedy. So of course we think about that, and hopefully, whatever the next game will be, we can satisfy a larger market and all that.
Bueno, dice que en Remedy tienen gente de 14 nacionalidades diferentes, rusos, españoles, italianos, de Australia, hay gente de muchos de países diversos, y que obviamente se toman esto muy muy en serio, y que bueno, lamentablemente no ha podido ser, pero para el siguiente juego pues esperan que mercados más mayores queden satisfechos, ¿no? con lo que es la localización del juego. Good. ¿Cuánto tiempo tenemos? ¿5 minutos me han dicho? ¿2 minutos? Vale. This is gonna be quick.
Go.
Go. Let me see. Well, somebody is
There's
trolling.
questions here about like how muscular you are.
No, there's no. There's a guy trolling you about the mustache. He's asking if the mustache is for real, or if it's painted. Your mustache.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's real. I know it doesn't look that impressive.
Okay, a quick question. This guy Albert is saying if the bodies of the enemies have ragdoll physics, like in Hitman, or if they disappear or remain in this scenario.
Yes, there is ragdoll, and I think it's our ragdoll physics are actually quite good. So when I played the game, I've had fun just like kicking the enemies forward and seeing like how far they can go before they do disappear. And again, like the reason why they disappear is again like a processing power thing. It's just like they're there for quite a while, so you can like play around them if you're really sadistic. But it's like there's a clear hit. Physics are very expensive to process on the CPU, so literally it's like the more physics you have, the less enemies you can have on screen and that sort of thing. So it's just the limitations.
Vale, Albert, rápidamente que bueno, sí tienen ragdoll los enemigos y sus cadáveres, que puedes jugar un poco con ellos, pero que desaparecen al cabo de unos pocos segundos por una cuestión meramente de carga en pantalla. Es decir, cuanto más cuerpos tengas ahí, pues más carga de CPU y menor rendimiento tienes para pintar otras cosas. Así que después de un cierto tiempo sí que desaparecen. Okay, and two more. Alfonso says first, how long is the game is, like in hours. The second one, this is a good one, I don't think you can answer it, but it's gonna be like in Alan Wake, DLCs.
Okay, the first question is, it's something about as long as Alan Wake, roughly that. I mean, there's a lot of replay value, and especially for a single player story-driven game, and the show definitely doesn't make the game shorter, because that's what people probably think, there's for 2 hours of the show, so the game is like 2 hours. No, it's a pretty sizable single player game. The second question is the DLC. We have actually no plans at all for downloadable content. If the game does well, obviously we have ideas, of course. I mean, you always have a million ideas and you only have X amount of resources to do everything, but nothing in the plans now.
Correct. Bueno, Alfonso, primera pregunta sobre la duración del juego, que te puedes, digamos, pensar una duración parecida a la de Alan Wake. Última pregunta. A la de Alan Wake y más o menos.
Y they're trying to come get us.
Ya, están intentando sacarnos de aquí, con seguridad. Bueno, espérate que me descentro. A ver, que vale, que sí, que es la duración más o menos, que te das una idea como la de Alan Wake, ¿vale? Y que la gente lo que tiende a pensar es que añadiendo la serie de televisión se recorta las horas de juego. No, que en principio lo que hace es ampliar la experiencia, pero que no te recorta las horas. Y segundo, si hay DLCs, ahora mismo no tienen planes. Si el juego vende bien, si tienen algunos objetivos a nivel de ventas, obviamente ellos tienen ideas, pero que ahora mismo no tienen nada fijo, no tienen nada seguro. Así que ojalá todos a comprar ahí nuestro Quantum Break, que además viene en un pack. So, if you purchase Quantum Break, you have Alan Wake, you have American Nightmare, you have the other DLC, and you have Cross-Buy.
Yes, you get, so every Xbox One copy of Quantum Break has Alan Wake and The Signal and The Rider, and if you pre-order Quantum Break from the Xbox One store, then you get Alan Wake's American Nightmare as well.
Okay, correct, that's it.
Yeah.
Vale, que solamente te llevas, si lo haces la preorden en el Windows 10 Store, te llevas a American Nightmare. La de Xbox One no está incluido. That was a good game, American Nightmare.
Yeah, that's a little bit different.
Correct. Well, I think we've done, because they're
getting mad
dragging you.
Yes.
They're getting mad already. Thomas, it's always a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you
Mary
for coming
as well.
Thank you all the people who've been sending questions. I mean, we have like tons of them, but I mean, I think
we'll try to come up with a different way of answering. We'll do something.
Yeah, we'll be trying the game, and we have our impressions with hands-on, and I'm sure we can add some of quote you further information. Bueno, pues muchas gracias a todos por haber estado aquí en este encuentro digital rapidísimo, que bueno, ahora lo pondremos en VOD, o lo pondremos el vídeo disponible para que podáis echar un ojo. Desde la Flagship Store ya a las 2:38 del viernes. Ya sabéis, Alan Wake el 5 de abril, April 5th, Stores, para PC, para Windows 10, para Xbox One, uno de los exclusivos más esperados del año. Por fin, vamos a echarle el guante. Un saludo, pasad buen fin de semana y ya nos veremos. Chao.
This time, I'll save you. No one saw it coming. We never thought time itself could collapse. and take the world down with it.
Ground unit, this is Overlord 1, ready for mark. Copy, Overlord.
Because we take time for granted. Just like I took you for granted.
We've got a visual on Joyce. Confirmed target, guns hot.
But if I get another chance, I'll make sure things are different.
You're cleared to engage with weapons.